Sean, WSRT Fitness. If you enjoy health and fitness related content, please remember to subscribe, comment below your questions, video ideas, opinions. Would love to review and respond to all of them. Thank you guys so much for watching and welcome. Today we're talking about staying focused and staying motivated after you reach your initial fitness goal. And I'm going to kind of wrap this up with a conversation that I had with somebody recently off the internet. Actually a member of my Masonic Lodge, when we were talking about my goals going forward. And the reason why this is important is because when you are primarily focused on weight loss and you are overweight, you're obese or morbidly obese, and you have a weight loss goal, you see an end target. Now you need to have those SMART goals and the little short-term goals to get to that long over a period of time type goal. Yes, you do need that, but there is an end in sight. So for example, when I was 282 pounds, now I will say my original goal was just to be below 200, but ultimately as my goals became much more solidified, I knew I wanted to get down to 175 pounds. So there was that end goal in mind. Now I needed those goals when I was at 240 to get to 230, when I was at 230 to get to 220, and so on and so forth. Or my coach would say, okay, by this date you're going to be at this weight, and I'd have to go and meet that goal or do the best that I could. But ultimately I knew that getting down 175 pounds was my goal. Now when I got to that goal, what do you do to stay motivated? What do you do to stay on track and stay moving forward? Because eventually, if you are losing weight, if you stick with your plan or with your coach's plan, if you're working with a coach, if you stick to the script, you're eventually going to hit your goal. And then you have the newfound difficulty of maintaining your successful weight loss, of maintaining that fitness lifestyle, that healthier lifestyle that you've achieved. So obviously, the first thing you need to do is you need to create some sort of an ongoing goal. Now, I achieved my weight the last week of June of this year. Luckily, I was 4 weeks away from Athlean X Live. So for me, I wanted to make sure that I looked the best that I could 4 weeks later at Athlean X Live. So for me, that was a great short-term goal that got me through those next 4 weeks. A couple of days later, I had surgery, and I knew I couldn't go to the gym for 6 weeks. And so for those 6 weeks, I had to greatly adjust my nutrition and find ways to do exercises at home with the small amount of equipment that I had with me, just to stay as active as possible, which created a new short-term goal. After that, I had to come up with new goals, both short-term and long-term, and that's what you need to do as well. And so when I was talking to this person at my lodge, I was going over all the things that I'm doing over the next, now it would be about 9 months. It's about 38 weeks to my first bodybuilding show. And I was going over how I'm making this adjustment and that adjustment. And then on this date, I'm switching to this. On that day, I'm switching to that. I'm going to go from this body fat down to 5%. And blah, 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 blah. And I go on with the whole story. And he says, that sounds really hard. Why would you want to do that? And for me, it's very simple. That is my goal going forward. I know, now, first of all, I will tell you, getting down to a 5% body fat, 4% body fat on stage in a bodybuilding competition is not necessarily the healthiest thing. However, it means I need to stay extremely focused on my nutrition. It means that I need to stay extremely diligent with my training plan. And I also know that when I come out of the bodybuilding competition and switch into a more off-season type mode, that I'm going to put some of that body fat back on, and then I'm going to come up to a healthier weight as opposed to having to go back down to a healthier weight. And so what it does is it keeps me fitness and focused on progressing my health going forward. And I also know that I can't compete forever. And the idea is to do it as long as I enjoy it and as long as I feel it is safe to do so, and then moving on. So for you, you might not be interested in bodybuilding. You might be interested in powerlifting. You could do that. You might be interested in running marathons, bicycling competitions. You might just want to be able to play football in the backyard with your kids. Whatever your goals are, you need to have the long term, this is what I want to look like, or this is what I want to do. You need to have the short term, these are the steps that I need to do it with. And you need to make a plan and execute on that plan. For me, right now, I know I need to build as much muscle as possible while slightly dropping my body fat to a level that I know that I can prep from and to get to that on-stage weight. I know that in a couple of months I'm going to switch to that prep phase where the primary focus is just losing as much fat as possible so I can look as shredded as possible on stage. I have very diligent time frames in which I have to do everything that I need to do. And that's why it works. Not every goal requires you to be as diligent. Not every goal requires you to be on 100% of your meals 100% of the time, which even my goal currently doesn't, but once I get to the prep, it's going to be much, much closer to that. So for you, you need to take that stock, take that look, and really see, well, what am I moving towards and what am I going to do when I get there? Stay motivated, keep going forward, and that's why I'm competing. And that's why I'm going to do the best that I can to look at the best that I absolutely can on that stage and get down to the 5% body fat, to have the striations and the veins and all of that. What are your goals? That's an actual question. I want you to leave it in the comments below what your goals are, and we can maybe do some videos in the future. You can also ask questions, be more than willing to help. And if you have any video ideas, make sure you post those below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, share with your friends, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at WSRT Fitness, and you can join my Facebook group, WSRT Fitness. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.